Welcome, gentle gamers, to the MTG Greybeard Crimson Vow experience. I'm doing another draft, the Premier Draft format. This is my third attempt at the Premier Draft format. So my fifth Crimson Vow event. Hoping to break the 2-win barrier here. Although, I guess I had... technically I won 5 games when I played that traditional draft event that was the best of 3 matches. But I only won 2 matches. I won 2 out of 3. That was a much better run than a 2-win draft and best of one draft, yeah. I'm getting all this stuff straight honest. Welcome your comments as to ways that I can improve my game as a limited player. Trying to go up in the rankings, and I'm really struggling, hovering in the gold tier. But I did make it to the diamond tier last time. Once I really figure out Crimson Vow, I'm hoping to get a few nice 7-win runs. Well, Killer Fuzz disappeared somehow. I don't even know how that happens. How do you get a draw? Can anybody explain why that happens? Leave a comment. I've got a blue-black deck here. I started with Inspired Idea, kind of moved in a zombie direction, and never really saw any reason to get out of that, so I got the Stinger, I got a few Wretched Throng, and I got a Skull Scab. Not as many Wretched Throng as you would hope to have. And only the one Skull Scab, but it's in this draw. So I guess I'll start with the Wretched Throng. You seriously gonna use that on my Throng? Well, meet my Stinger. The Stinger will do 3 damage, as will the Binding Guy, so I figure I would just waste the I've got an Alchemist Retrieval. If I play it for 1, I can bounce a creature that I control back to my hand, waste one of their removal spells. No, I would rather slow them down. So I think that on my turn what I'm going to do here is do Skull Scab. Oh wait, maybe I want to attack first. So I'll cast this for the Cleave so that I can return a permanent that I don't control. Then I'm going to next I'll attack. And you know what, I'm going to cast Stitched Assistant without exploiting anybody. Because now I've got 3 creatures doing 3 damage. And you've got a Griff Rider. So I guess Scattered Thoughts. And I can play a Skull Scab. Once again, not worth it to use the exploit. It's been a funny game for this exploit deck where I didn't really feel like exploiting anything. But it was a good win. It was a lucky win. An easy win, a quick win. And they have the decency to scoop. Well, I hope that my video is working. I did a reset. Hopefully that freed up the system resources that were causing my video to get overwhelmed and bogged down. I've been seeing this error message. Always fun to do a mastery orb. Shall I do that real quick? Working on the blue side of the mastery tree, get myself a winged portent. Looks like I've won a pack to crack, but I'll crack all those packs once I claim my draft rewards. Stick around to the end of the video if you want to see me crack a few Crimson Vow packs. I'm building a collection here. It's been fun adding to my collection. I still don't have too many of the great rares. I haven't gotten Sorin the Mirthless yet, or Olivia. But I do have Olivia's attendants, and I have her groom, Markov. Edgar Markov. Well, not the best draw here, but do I want to mulligan? I think I will mulligan. Too much was really hard to play. Now, I guess I'll put Chill of the Grave back. This way I've got at least 3 creatures. And if I draw a swamp, I'll curve out. I'm not drawing that swamp. Would be really cool to get the Doom Dissenter out. But nope. Lantern Bearer would be a great one to sacrifice to the Fell Stinga. And then I got a Flying Death Touch Zombie Scorpion. Oh, nice. Here's that Biolume Egg. Nice blocker for their Trampler. Let's see. Really hoping to get a swamp, so just gonna scry away both of those things. Attack with the Lantern Bearer, I can block with the egg, and when I sack it, it's gonna be this cool serpent. Oh, they got +X. Enjoy your blood token. And they only got +1. Well, the good news is I can sack my Biolume Egg to make that 4/4. That's just the classic thing to do with this deck. It'd be really nice if I had... Oh, but this guy I can cast. For a second I got scared. I'm like, where's my egg? Where's my serpent? Here's my Biolume Serpent. I even got I've already somehow got the cosmetic for it, so we get to look at the nifty new art. Or extended card art, you call it. It's still the original art, but now it's slightly animated, wiggling around the different layers. Oh, they're bleeding me dry. Not the worst play. Well, Dreadlight Monstrosity and one more land. on, they just keep zapping my creatures and making blood tokens. There's that swamp I've been hoping for. Continue pressing my attack. I've got enough on the board to do enough damage. Oh, we're giving that guy +X, huh? I do own a card in exile, so I don't think I want to let him die. Can't quite cast the Rot-Tide Gargantua. So I'll exploit the Lantern Bearer. And I'm going to make my opponent draw 2 cards and lose 2 life. And I'll cast the Lantern Bearer to give my Stitched Assistant flying. And we'll just see what they're going to do here. I can make my Dreadlight Monstrosity unblockable, I believe, because I own a card in exile. I just hope they don't have removal or damage to the face, and they got all these blood tokens to just cycle through their deck if need be. They were able to pay the ward cost on Rending Flame. Oh, we got a menace, dude. Oh, and then... Okay, well, at least the Keswick Flame Breather's gonna die. They've got 1 blood token they can use. Wait, how did I take 2... I don't know how I took all that damage. Good game. Oh, because they had Trample. Well, that was an interesting game. Let me know if you see the mistakes I made and how I played it, how I might have played that better and won. I feel like I got overconfident toward the end there, and then when it all happened, I wasn't ready for it. Well, here's a great starting draw. I feel like the mulligan was definitely a good choice with that, so I can get the activated abilities of whoever I want. Got Alchemist Retrieval to potentially save a dude. Can't save it from sacrifice, though. Why would you do that? Oh, wait. Oh, because it exiles him. That's wild. Oh, getting Chandra gone. Gonna deal 1 damage? Yeah. Well, who can I hurt Chandra with faster? I'll play my Wretched Throng. Chandra dressed to kill, not something you want to see on the 3rd turn. Luckily I can bounce a non-land permanent. So I think what I'll do is I'll bounce using the cleave cost, the Rot-Tide Gargantua, and then play a swamp and attack Chandra. Too bad I couldn't counter the Gargantua. They can still cast it again. Be able to play Scattered Thoughts and Inspired Idea. Oh, now we're doing the Dominating Vampire. That would be good for stealing counter token creatures, wouldn't it? Oh, I don't know if I'm going to win this game. This deck would be a lot better with some removal. Well, Doom Dissenter and Patchwork Crawler. Can't attack. Oh, I hope they exploit that with their zombie that will make me sacrifice my Doomed Dissenter. A Patchwork Crawler, I don't quite understand why this is a rare. I guess you can put a bunch of counters on it if you have a bunch of stuff in your graveyard. Once I get an island, I can hold up a counter spell. Ah, the Headless Rider. I've tried to get that to work. Now, do I hold up a counter spell here? That's an instant, so if I don't find anything good to counter, I will have Scattered Thoughts. Trying to decide if I wanted to chump attack with the Doomed Dissenter. But I might want to save it for an exploit. It'd be great if I had the Gargantua. Don't forget you got a counter spell. Oh! Oh, but you're gonna exile it. Well, I'm not too worried about that. I'd rather counter your Gargantua if that's what you're planning to play. Play it. Play the Rot-Tide. Oh, you're gonna attack first? Hopefully they're just trying to get the most out of their Dominating Vampire before sacking it. Yes. Yes, wash that away. Okay, now I can put the Chill of the Grave on Headless Rider and draw a card. I suppose I should have waited until the next, until my opponent's turn to do that. I can go ahead and cast Scattered Thoughts here. The Stinger. And the Lantern Bearer goes in my graveyard. I'll attack Chandra with everything here. Oh, I guess it was good. Because she's much further away from getting that emblem. Or whatever the ultimate attack does. What does the ultimate attack do? Exile the top 5 cards of your library. You may cast red spells from among them and you get an emblem. But when you cast a red spell you do damage? Yeah, F that. Okay, well a Biolume Egg is a cool thing to do along with a Fell Stinger. So Biolume Egg, Fell Stinger. I think I got better things that I could draw with my Fell Stinger. Well, I'm happy I've gotten to play the Biolume Egg and get out the Serpent. I keep forgetting that it's draw 2 cards and not drain life, because that's what the Stinger does. And I don't want to sacrifice a dude. I don't have any creatures in my graveyard, do I? Oh, I've got the Lantern Bearer, but I want that for the fly. So I don't want to exile Lantern Bearer. Oh, is it red? It's a mountain. Whiff. That's a whiff, folks. Now, Headless Rider. You make a zombie token when it dies, or any creature dies. I love that I'm going to make the Serpent fly. Well, no longer do I get my Wretched Throng ability. Storm Chaser Drake. You draw a card when you enchant it. Oh, seriously? Nice. I'm really doing the math here, apparently. I fear the combat trick that they've got up their sleeve. Or was it a bluff? Oh, they've gotten a braid, just as I feared. Doesn't kill my guy, though. Their guy's still gonna die. think the best thing I can do here is make Chandra die. And I'll take the egg. So that she's pretty close to dead. How is it so cheap to activate my dude? Or did I just have that many manas? What did you get? Not a red card. Whiff. Too bad. But they're wishing they'd used the Chandra power to zap me. Too bad I don't have a third Wretched Throng in my deck. That would have been a nice block. So I don't see any reason for a hand limit. I'll start with an inspired idea. Mind Leech Ghoul doesn't have Death Touch. Plain Island. Cast a Stitched Assistant. Oh, you know what? Well, let's next to combat. Let's attack with Storm Chaser Drake and Wretched Throng. And then I'll play a Stitched Assistant, and I'll exploit the Wretched Throng. I like getting the wizard here. Now I fear damage to my face. But with the Whispering Wiz, when I do my Lantern Bearer, on the Storm Chaser Drake, I get to make a token and draw a card. That's pretty nifty. And then I can attack with my Flying Storm Chaser Drake. And what the heck, why don't I attack with a Stitched Assistant too? Am I actually going to win this game? Always do appreciate playing around looking at the sleeves. This is going to be a great, grindy comeback from behind win if I can actually pull it out. I will be proud of this game. Attack with your first strike, or I can block with my Patchwork Crawler. Oh, but they've got the Bloody Betrayal. Well, that complicated things. I'm just playing no shenanigans here. Pound him with an attack. Got a gigantic board. What are you gonna do? If they had the Vampire's Vengeance, I would lose this game. Good game, man. Wow. Wow. I gotta take a break after that. Up into gold tier level 1. Oh, what a win. Thank you for watching the MTG Greybeard. Sometimes we have just great games. This is one for the ages.